America's largest Indian tribe. It is in northeastern Arizona, extending slightly into Utah and New Mexico, as large as 4 eastern states.
Growing up, I was always told to give thanks to whatever we take from this land. This could range from plants for medicinal or herbal remedies, firewood, and our animal sacrifices from hunting. This instilled knowledge my family gave to me. As a child, my mom always would brew Navajo tea for us on a cozy evening. In a simple pot, she brewed traditions into the family. I was never told what it was, only that it was good for me. Although Navajo tea is used a lot culturally, I asked my grandparents and mentors for explanations of how it became ingrained in our culture. But the more I interviewed, they could not come up with a creation story, but rather that Navajo tea has been around as long as Navajos have been. It was the only other drink we drank besides water. It's used traditionally for an upset stomach or sickness. The way you gather Navajo tea is in the late spring, early summer. Find a nice sandy field, but not a tree struck by lightning or by the road. It'll give it a weird taste. Also, the plant has to have yellow flowers growing on it, a sign of vitality and ready to be picked. When collection, you put down tetidine, corn pollen, and offering with this prayer to the tea, you can go and pick some. But don't pick the plant you gave an offering to. After you collect, wash the plant with water before the stems start to dry, and fold it up into little bundles and tie with string. From the Western lens, multiple studies have been conducted to prove the healing properties of thistleworm megapotamicum, which was already acknowledged by the Navajos. But through the Western lens, we understand that tea megapotamicum belongs to a family of healing. A study conducted by polyphenols from tea megapotamicum, where the team identified 13 secondary metabolites. These metabolites were studied for their potential to inhibit BCAE, an enzyme involved in brain function, especially relevant in conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Out of these 13 metabolites, only 6 were tested in depth. 2 are already known in this plant: luteolin, marcin. 4 were newly identified in tea megapotamicum. These compounds, particularly the phenylopoids and flavonoids, show the highest activity in inhibiting BCAE, meaning they could help protect brain cells and slow the progression of neurodegenerative diseases. Tea megapotamicum was tested also in vitro on human breast cancer, such as MCF7, showing strong cytotoxic and anti-cancer potential, reducing proliferating cancer cells viability by up to 70%. For cancer activity, the stems are particularly those extracted with hexane or ethanol were more effective at inhibiting breast cancer cell proliferation than the whole plant. This provides clear evidence that the stem, especially in tea form, holds greater therapeutic value than the root in targeting breast cancer cells, promising with more research. Along with tea megapotamicum's magnificent properties, the location collection plays a crucial role in avoiding cross-contamination. Samuel Netakimura conducted a study on the Navajo Nation, focusing on 3 counties to explore contamination risk of Navajo tea with uranium. Historically, the Navajo Nation was a major uranium supplier during the Manhattan Project, providing material to Oppenheimer for atomic bomb construction at Los Alamos. When the researchers found that uranium itself wasn't always detected in the tea, the mining process disturbed deep geological layers, releasing other toxic materials like cadmium, arsenic, lead, molybdenum, cesium, vanadium. Along these cadmium levels in tea megapotamicum exceeded the World Health Organization's recommended limit for raw medicinal plants. However, They calculated actual human intake. None of the metalloids levels exceeded international safety thresholds, which pointed to a discrepancy between raw content versus intake guidelines. In essence, don't collect Navajo tea near roads or uranium mining sites, and drink the tea in moderation. And yes, more research is needed. Samuel Natakimura also did a study on using traditional methods for collaborative fieldwork in uranium food chain and identifying how the Diné food chain and way of life is impacted by uranium.